Good evening. My name is Daniel Howard Smith, and I am here to talk to you about personal professional growth. I'd like to thank my friend Jennifer Rocco again for allowing me the opportunity to be able to reach you, and I hope that I can assist you in any way I can through words or actions. Um, on that note, let's get into it. It has taken me a lifetime of sacrificing and struggling to learn many different things, but by far one of the most important is to always pursue your dreams. Many years it's taken me to realize that the one thing that I wanted to do more than anything was to help others. I always had made time for my friends in their times of need, only not just because I felt a need to help them, but because it was always nice to be able to be a part of somebody's connecting with somebody and being there for somebody, I think is what I got out of it. And on that note, being a part of that healing or part of that connection was what drove me to want to do these videos. To me, it's a dream to be able to help people and to be a part of their miracle of growth. And I think that it's so important to give back the sacrifice and hard work that it takes in order to be able to figure yourself out enough to realize what your calling is. It takes years, sometimes decades, in order for you to fully comprehend and realize your purpose. I think is another word that I've heard that somebody has used. And for me, my word this year was revelation. For me, it was a revelation. I realized that I was not necessarily wasting my time, but the energy and the time that I had spent in, factory warehousing, just jobs, working for corporations. I think it's run its course. I think I've revealed to myself that I am destined for more than that. And I'm trying to take a step in that direction. And anytime you do change, anytime that you take yourself out of that shell that you've developed around you, once you start to open that up, it becomes uncomfortable. And that's the nature of it. That's how we grow. And when you grow, it is uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable. And that's the nature of it. And it's supposed to be. But only through that are we able to actually grow as individuals. But once you do, you're a much more complete person. At least I've always found. Um, One of the most important things that I've always encouraged in others and myself is to show empathy and compassion, even when you're frustrated, even when you're angry, even when you're just to try to put yourself in the other person's shoes for 5 minutes. It's hard. It's not easy. Patience is a virtue, and a lot of people say it, but not a lot of people have it. And even I lose patience sometimes. It's not a perfect art form by any means. But I think that not just having patience with your loved ones, not just having patience with your friends, but having patience with your coworkers, having patience with just strangers. And I think that by showing that empathy, that compassion, and having patience with other people, because you don't know how their day has gone, their week is gone, their month is gone. They could be under an incredible amount of stress. And you can either add to that or you can alleviate from that, right? You can make somebody feel better or you can add to it. And I think that generally speaking, most of us want to be that person that doesn't add to somebody else's stress, that wants to help them. It's in our nature to want to help people, I think. I just think that a lot of us lose sight of that in our everyday struggles. Um, the pandemic has affected so many people, and I see it every day in the lineups. You see people coming out, and it's vitally important that we don't lose sight of what's truly important in this pandemic. And I'll tell you, it's affected everybody. I see people now doing a lot more home stuff like board games. They're buying bikes for the summer, little things like that. Summer games they can play in the backyard. With everything being canceled now, and there's a fear that the summer is going to be over. I think that this pandemic has got a lot of people thinking about what's really important. And I think that there'll be a lot of people and a lot of families that are like, do we need that extra vacation this year? Or maybe we should save an extra 3, 4, 5, 6, $7,000 just in case another governmental oops comes around and we have to take another 4 or 5 months off work. And I think that you're going to see a lot more people doing that. Um, One of the things that I've always said, and I've always been very adamant because I've adapted so many times in my life in a variety of different situations, people who adapt in this world have a better chance than most of surviving and excelling in a post-pandemic world. You have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to change. And you have to be able to change rather quickly because those who don't get left behind. And I think that in this world, personal and workplace growth is extremely important. And you need to be at your top game. So keep an open mind. Think outside the box. Don't be afraid to try new things. And remember, always show compassion and empathy towards others, and people will respond. They've always responded to me, and I'll tell you, it'll help you out. And if you can be a part of that miracle of helping somebody else, maybe they'll turn around and they'll do the same. I hope everybody takes care of themselves, stay safe, and I'll talk to you again soon. Ciao.